Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to this week's edition of the M Word. My name is Robin. I'm the Technical Director here at Man Machine in the UK. And thank you for joining us and taking some time out of your busy schedules to be with us this afternoon. For those of you that are new to these sessions, I say this every week, it must get monotonous, but for those of you that are new or haven't seen these sessions before, we run them every Thursday. I've been thrown because my laptop's just turned itself off, which is annoying because I'm going to have to do a demo in a minute. We do these sessions, sound is robotic, I'm being told. Okay, that's interesting. Let me just come off the microphone and back on. Bear with me, viewers. We'll try again. Hopefully that's better. Still not. Okay, just go over here. I'll start shouting a little bit at the camera. The microphone is clearly a little bit problematic. Get my headphones and I can see if I can play with my settings. Testing 1, 2, 3. That looks like it's got it. Go back to my big camera. Hello. Good. Okay. Sorry about that. I'll try that again. These sessions run every Thursday about 2 p.m. And the idea behind these sessions, they are live, as you've just seen from our little niggle with the hardware there. We run these sessions live every Thursday, just after lunch at 2 p.m. Really just to share something that we hope you will find useful. Whether it's a workflow inside of one of the Autodesk applications that we sell and support. Last week we looked at Autodesk vehicle tracking, which is a really, really useful tool inside of AutoCAD that is massively underused inside of the AEC collection. So sometimes we look inside a product, sometimes we look at extensions of those products, cool workflows, tips, tricks, or how-tos. Today, I want to do something a little bit different, and we're going to look inside of the Autodesk management portal, mainly because the interface has changed, albeit subtly. Over the past month or so, that interface change has been rolling out to all of you users. And I thought it would just be wise just to do a short session, talking you through everything, making sure that you still know where the buttons are, how to assign your users, how to access your usage metrics and stuff like that. So that's what we're going to be focusing on today. But please give us a like, give us a subscribe, and check out the other video content that we've got, because we've got a whole range of videos at different lengths and different topics, from building information modeling to industry standards, to Kobe workflows to Revit how-tos. So check it out and let us know what you want. Give us some commentary. Let us know what content you would like to see, and we can always make these sessions more specific for you moving forward. So without any further ado, let me just shrink myself down into the corner and share my screen. I'm on a temporary laptop today because mine has died a horrible, horrible death. So you're going to have to bear with me because I'm having to use the touchpad, which is horrendous. But I'm in the Autodesk management portal. So first of all, I've logged in via manage.autodesk.com. In any browser, it doesn't need to be Edge or Chrome, whatever browser you prefer. Whether it's Opera, Edge, Firefox, log in with whichever platform you're using. And then you'll be greeted once you're logged in with this screen. And the first thing that I want to show you is, yes, it's different. We used to have a menu down the left-hand side here with all of our areas and tools on, which has now been replaced with a series of tabs along the top of the screen. Really straightforward and actually a lot easier to understand, because we had menus with submenus on the old interface, whereas now it's really, really clear. First and foremost, our summary screen is just giving us an overview of our available seats, the users, any support cases that we've got open with Autodesk, so on and so forth. And we've also got a direct link on the top right of the screen where we can do self-service purchases of both subscriptions and tokens should you want to. Clearly, we'd rather you come and talk to us at Man Machine in the UK if you want to purchase any flex tokens or any subscriptions, but you can self-serve through your portal should you find that easier. Please reach out if you need some assistance or support. And then if I move left to right, it's really, really straightforward. So if you want to access the products and the services that you have subscribed to, oh, thank you very much. I've been given a mouse, ladies and gentlemen, which is lovely. Although, do I have a USB slot? I do, even better. So just plug that in, which will help me no end. I hate touchpads. Even when I'm mobile with a laptop, I have to take a mouse with me. There we go. So under products and services, you'll be displayed with a list of any subscription that you have access to, whether you're administrating those products or if you're a user that has been assigned products. This will show you all of the products that you can access. Really simply, once you go to that page, you've got a list of all products and services which you can either manually scroll or you can simply go through and search. So let's do a search for Autodesk VRED, for example. Nice and quick, it finds the application in question. Likewise, if I search for Inventor, it finds Inventor. If I search for Revit, it finds Revit. And when you find the product that you're looking for, you have multiple different options against that product. So should you want to install the product, really easy now, product installs, you've just got a big button that says install. And what that does is it will download a small footprint downloader, which will download all of the software needed to run that installation, which is great. You choose what version you would like to download. Some of them have the ability to download Windows 32-bit, although the vast majority, if not all of the products, are now 64-bit only. You choose your language, and then you go ahead and hit install. You can manually download, so if you do just want to download the entire package as a lump, you can select download to do it the traditional way, should we say. But for me, I just click the live install button now and let it do its thing. You've also got the ability as an administrator to create custom installers. A custom installer will allow you to tweak and specify the installation options and roll out a custom installation package across your company. If you click on the actual product itself, you go into more options against the product. And this is really useful because as well as being able to see a little bit more detail around the different versions that you're looking at, you can also identify the exact version that will be installed. So for quite some time now, when you install a product, it will install the latest version, which is great. We no longer have to download and patch several times. You can also scroll down to see individual update downloads, extensions to the product, and individual libraries. This is really important for Revit users. Libraries such as content are not downloaded automatically for you anymore. You need to do it manually. So after you install Revit, you would head to your libraries page. You would go ahead and find the relevant library download that you want to find. So if I go ahead and look for the English UK content for Revit, you would download the content and then install it separately. Extensions give you access to things like the issues extensions for anyone using ACC alongside Revit, or the latest version of the IFC exporters, or the content catalog. All of these can be installed and downloaded directly through your Autodesk account. To the right of products and services, we have our user management. And we can manage our users in 3 different ways: by an individual user, by a product, or by a group. And again, it's really straightforward. We create the users by inviting them into our account using their first, last name, and email address. You also have the ability of importing them in from a CSV file if you want to create several of them in one go. Once you have gone ahead and created your users, if I just search for my good friend and colleague Byron, I can pick up his user and I would see his user created like this. From here, I can do several things. Firstly, I can see the products that Byron is assigned. I can unassign those products from him should I want to. I can also assign additional products, so long as I have active available seats, and I could assign a manufacturing extension to Byron by clicking the Assign button. Likewise, I can unassign that subscription if I wanted to. It's literally as quick and easy as that to assign and unassign subscriptions from users using the portal. It's really, really quick nowadays. You can also control administrators. So an account can have as many administrators as you need. When you go into your user, you've got change role listed underneath the user. A primary admin is the main point of contact for your entire Autodesk estate and portfolio, and that person will be able to also administrate the estate. The secondary admin has the exact same permissions as the primary admin, but they're not the main contact. So they can also assign users, move product assignments around, download and manage products, so on and so forth. You can add SSO admins for any single sign-on configuration that you want to do, or you can have individual standard users. So if you want to add secondary administrators so that there's more individuals running your account, you can do that again very easily. If I go back to user management, and instead of choosing by user, I'm going to choose by group. I can create groups. In this case, I have a group here called test. Against that group, I can assign different users. So I can click add users to add individual users into this group. For example, I'm going to go and add Adrian and again my colleague Byron. That will add those two users into the group. I can add as many users and remove them from the list, as well as searching and filtering the list as you see fit. From here, I can then assign products or tokens to this group. In other words, taking a load of tokens and saying that this group of users can use these tokens, or this group of users can use these products. That makes it really, really nice because I can have a group of users that can access a set thing or things, and it's a lot easier to manage at that group level rather than at an individual level. And again, we can assign the products to the group as we see fit. We can also edit the group, such as renaming or deleting, from the top right of the screen. So as well as doing it by group, we can also individually do it by product. By going and selecting a product within your list, you can assign and unassign users to that product. You can also assign groups should you wish. It's worth pointing out that when you buy a subscription, that subscription gets attached to a team, which you can change using this drop down here. You can specify what team a subscription is adding to at the point of purchase. Subscriptions that are added to that team will then be manageable with that team selected at the top of the screen. You can assign assign subscriptions to different teams. Just get in contact with support and we're more than happy to help you out. Moving on, we have billing and orders. I'm not going to focus on that section today, but we can go in and self-serve our products using the billing and orders tab. So should you want to renew, should you want to co-terminate or do anything that with your subscriptions, manage invoices, manage payments, you can do all of that through your billing and orders tab. Finally for today, reporting. And actually for me, this is a really interesting area which once more is underused by you guys out there. This gives you the ability to get a handle on what's being used and when inside of your organization, which is really useful when you don't know whether you're subscribing to enough products, whether you have too many product subscriptions for the amount of users that you have. We have everything from a basic activity log all the way down to token usage and balances of those tokens as we go through day by day, week by week. If I go and have a look at the activity log, I can see different tasks that have been logged at an administrative level in the system. So should you want to check why a user has been deleted or when they were deleted, when was a group assignment added and things like that, we can go on and filter that at a team level and find individual tasks, such as today when I added the user Byron and Adrian to the group and deleted it. So you can see that that's instant. These give me exact information about who's made those changes, and we can filter those down should we need to. As well as an activity log, we have insights. This gives you insights about your team, your products, and your usage. Again, select the team that you're using. And you can start looking at under assigned licenses, which will show you subscriptions that you have purchased but are not being used. They're not assigned to people. It will give you instant access to assign users or view the usage details of those subscriptions live on the page, as well as seeing all under assigned licenses in one view. In my case, I clearly need to use a little bit more takeoff. If we go back to our reports, we also have individual insights based on me, my user. And from there, I can start dropping down and looking at different products that support insights, such as AutoCAD, Civil 3D, and Revit. This will specifically look at insights from your usage inside the application. I've not done many of those myself, but again, as you're using the product, you will start to see and appreciate the usage of those tools inside the products themselves. If we go back to the reporting screen and go to usage report, we can start to see how often we're using the different products, either over the past 3 months or even between a specific date range. From there, I can start looking down and getting live information about any flex tokens or subscriptions that we have access to. And I can see how many seats are in use, my active users versus inactive users, and my monthly average usage. All of these are live and we can hover over to get instant feedback. I can filter these at the top of the page to say that I only want to look at specific flex or specific subscription options. I can say I want to only look at inactive or active users, and I can even start looking at unassigned, assigned, or individual usage patterns. If I scroll right down, I can see each user and their usage of product over the period that we have selected. So I can see on this screen that based on the licenses that I have assigned, Byron has used BIM Collaborate Pro 12 days over the past 3 months, whereas he hasn't used Build at all. I can see that Chris England has used BIM Collaborate Pro 33 times. And again, we can start to get an idea of what's going on with our users on that period, and whether we are paying for subscriptions that individuals are not using, and maybe we can save some money. Against the reporting and usage, we can also look at individual seats. This looks at actual usage of a specific license. Again, we have a summary, as well as a product and a user specific view. If I go across to my product specific view, I can see each product. Let's take a look at our product design and manufacturing collection and click view details. We can see the amount of seats that we've got assigned, the total users, their pattern of usage, and the frequency of use by day. Again, that gives you an appreciation of, can I get away with some flex tokens for this user's use? They're only using it 1 day a month, a couple of days a month, in which case it might be cheaper to get flex tokens. Anything more than that, it might be worth getting a full-time subscription. Let's go ahead and have a look at one that's got a few more users, such as our BIM Collaborate Pro. And again, we can get the appreciation of exactly what's going on at what point in time, as well as filtering by product, if it's a collection, and also by months. That really allows you to get to a granular level of detail. So if I go back to the product design manufacturing collection and actually just look at what products have been used, I'm only using AutoCAD, Inventor Professional, and Navisworks. If I look at Inventor, I've used it every month since November. If I look at Navisworks, I've only used it in November and January. And again, for those of you with, let's say, proper license estates, this is just test licenses and NFR licenses, you'll get some really good feedback based on your usage patterns, which might help you when it comes to renewals to make sure that A, you're aligning to the EULA, and B, you're not overpaying for licenses. This can all be exported, so if you want to push this data into a third-party reporting tool like Power BI or something like that, or even just into Excel to do some pivots, you can pull it straight out into CSV format or Excel directly from this usage or this view. Again, take a look at what you've got. It really allows you to identify what usage you have versus which user and how you're getting on. And if you really looked at this on the nth degree, you can go to a given user, you can go to that user's individual details and really start to identify what they're using, why they're using it, and when they're using it, which again is really, really nice. And it gives you a good overview of where you are with your products. We do have a support tab. That's where you log support directly with Autodesk. So if you're unfortunate enough to not have a support contract with us at Man & Machine, you can log support directly through your Autodesk account. And you also have a settings tab where you can control things like your team settings, your notification settings, and things like that. So really straightforward to use. Nothing overly complicated in there. And whilst the interface has changed, the functionality is very much still the same. And that's kind of what I wanted to share with you this week. So if you've got any questions about what you've seen, reach out. If you've liked what you've seen, give us a like, give us a subscribe, and let us know what you want to see next. But until then, happy reporting, happy license management and administration. If you have any issues, reach out, let us know. Take care, and we'll see you all again same time next week. See you.